YouTubers, Hiker's Mike here, of course. And today I'm just kind of reflecting on a camping trip I went on. And it was kind of crazy, a lot of mishaps. It was a great time, but certain things I learned. So I'm reflecting on what I learned on this camping trip, and I wanted to share that with you. The first thing is I forgot a lighter, and we were running. We were actually going to pick from 3 campsites. One was too crowded. One, the logistics weren't perfect. So we went to the 3rd one, but it was getting really late. And normally I love to do flint and steel or strikers and stuff like that. And we were hungry. We had a lot of food. And I forgot my lighter. So I used to always carry a little backup, little emergency thing with some matches and a striker and some fire starter. But I probably made this about 5 years ago. So when I opened this up to try to use the matches, they were worthless. So the first reflection I have on my latest camp out is we need to update our backup system, because that was basically a waste of time. Luckily, eventually we got the fire striker to start, and we got our fire going. So definitely it's something I'm going to go through any of my emergency backup stuff and look at it and make sure it's up to date. Things haven't aged over time and are worthless. Another thing I found, I'd lost it. I thought I had it in my backpack forever, but it was actually in another bag. Is it's always important to carry a tent repair kit. I didn't have any tent issues on this one. I just found this, luckily, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been camping out for about a year without this in my backpack. And this is something that's always really good to have. So there's another reflection I had on this trip. It was a great trip. It was a father-son trip, and we had a great time. It was really nice. Another thing, I'm going to do a review on it at some point. My son just loved this, couldn't believe how powerful this Nebo flashlight and lantern is. You can use a lantern, and this thing's wicked bright. It almost blinds you, to be honest with you. Or you can use it as a flashlight, which is what we did, because we went on a 4-mile night hike that was just awesome. And this puts out a lot of power. So in the future I'll definitely do a review of Nebo, but if you're not familiar with it, it's my favorite flashlight now. I love it. What else? Oh, you know the cool thing about this camping trip? I forgot my camera, so there's no footage of it. And you know what? It ended up being good medicine, because I just focus on hanging out with my son and focusing on hiking and not worrying about having to film anything. And that was actually really relaxing, and it was really, really a neat idea. I recommend you do that every once in a while, is keep the video and the camera at home and just go out there and be totally unconnected. So, it was a mistake. I left it here, but maybe it was subconscious. Maybe it was something I did, and I'm glad it happened, because I just focused on having a good time out in the camping site, and that night hike was just awesome. The last thing we did is we got in this debate about fire strikers, and I think we both come to the conclusion. I've always used the back of my knife for my fire strikers, but we were playing around so much with trying to get that fire started before it got dark and we were hungry. We come to the conclusion, and I broke a bunch of bottles today, and I sanded down the glass. That glass just works so much better than metal. I mean, look at this, how easy on a striker. So it's definitely, I think I'm going to use glass. And then I don't have wear and tear on my knife too. So those are some things I learned out on this camping trip last night, and it truly was good medicine.